Hi, so in this video we're going to look at Promonitor and how to search for a course and then add ourselves to a tutor of that course so that we can access the EILPs and the Markbook. So initially, just ensure that you are on the correct academic year. You can always change this in the options if you are not. Once you have done this, click Search and then choose Courses. The search page will appear and you'll have different options on how to search for your course. You can search course code if you know the course code, or course title if you do not know what the course title is. Then click Search. You'll see then the courses listed underneath, and you'll just click on this. It's a hyperlink and you'll see student groups with that course. Click the student group and you will then be presented with a list of the students within that course. Then see a yellow bar which gives you the option to assign yourself as a tutor to that course. If you click this, you will then see yourself added as a tutor within that course, and it will come up in details. Back to the home page, just click the Promonitor logo and this will then take you back to the home screen. And now in My Student Groups you will see that that group has now been added. And this will remain there for the duration of the year. At this point it is worth pointing out that the student group is the same as the course code. Hi, so in this video we're going to be looking at Markbook and setting the type of assessment. So this could be, is the course a pass merit, distinction course, is it GCSE 1 to 9, etc. We will also be covering how to add yourself as a manager to this course. So it is important to note that you must first be a tutor before you can add yourself as a manager. And the managers may be, for example, the course tutors, whereas the teachers would be PACs or employment facilitators, etc. As you can see, currently we have teachers assigned, which is Promonitor's version of like tutors, etc. But we haven't got a manager assigned, and the managers would be like, for example, the course lead or course program tutor. You'll also notice that no type has been assigned. So this video will quickly show you how to do both. So where it says type non-selected, click this hyperlink. You will then see this screen and then you need to click on the link to create the type. First step is we're going to look at how to assign a manager to the course. So you simply click where it says manager and select the manager's name. You can also click on select me, which will really quickly assign you as the manager. The next step is to choose the course type. So in here we are going to select an example type, which is a generic pass-fail, but you can choose the type of qualification that you need. So if you are doing GCSE, you may choose GCSE 9 to 1 fine. Once you have selected this, click save, and that will have added the type and manager to that course. We're just going to click back to the student details, and as you can see now, a type and a manager has been added. So we're just going to confirm if everything works successfully. So we're going to click Markbook and then by student, and then on the right hand side click on the Mark Rulebook button. You will then see guidance on the rules for that Markbook. Hi, so in this video we're going to be looking at Markbook and how to build units to create a course structure for your individual courses that you teach. So from the home page, click My Student Groups and then select the group that you wish to assign the course structure to. You will then see the purple screen that you will be familiar with your students. The next thing you need to do is click the course code, which is the hyperlink underneath name, and this will allow you to start building your assessment structure by going into the brown screen. Once you're on the brown screen, click on course structure and then find course structure. The next screen you'll see is a find course structure page, and in here you'll need to type in your qualification title and a list will appear of the qualifications that match. Once you find it, click search and then click the qualification title at the bottom and you will see the course structure. Next, and you will then see the find course structure page, and what you will need to do is click on the tick box that says awarding body unit code names. This will ensure that the unit codes match what is said in the specification by your chosen qualification. You will then need to ensure that the tick box underneath is selected and it says add these to the current student group Markbook structure. Once this is done, you will need to select the units that you wish to import. This could be all or individual, and you will just click the tick boxes next to the unit codes. So the next screen you will see will show you that the course structure has been copied over, and there's the option to view units. This can also be done at any time by clicking on the course structure at the top and clicking Maintain Units. On this page, what you are able to do is add new units to that course structure, so you can modify the course structure that has been copied over, as you may have extra units to add in. I'm just going to fill in a couple of unit codes and unit titles just to show you this example. It is also worth pointing out this time, you can also edit any unit titles that have been pulled in or you have created by clicking on the pencil icon on any unit on the right hand side. Hi, so in this video we're going to be looking at how to build assessments after we have created our Markbook structure. This is because although we can copy course structures and course units, colleges have their own assessments to meet these criteria, so we have to create these ourselves. So from the home page, click My Student Groups and then choose the course you are wishing to add assessments to. You'll then see the purple screen you are familiar with, and you'll just need to click on your course code, which is the second link down. You'll then see the brown page we are familiar with, and you'll need to click on Course Structure and then Maintain Assessments. This is the screen you will start to add your assessments to. So although the course structure is made and the units are made, you will have to independently create your assessments for those units. So to create an assessment, first choose the unit you wish to create an assessment on and then click Create New. And in here you'll need to add an assessment code, an assessment title and an assessment type. In type, this is where you would choose, for example, observation or assignment. Once this is done, click Save, and this will have added the assessment to that unit. And then create another assessment by clicking Add New and filling in the boxes again. I'll just show you a quick example now so that we've got multiple assessments within that unit. So you just need to repeat this step to add all the assessments to your individual units. And it is also worth noting that if you click on the little pencil icon, you can also edit any assessment if you have made a mistake or you wish to rename an assessment, etc. Hi, so in this video we're going to look at Markbook and building tasks. Now it's important to note what tasks are. Tasks are essentially Promonitor's version or name for individual criteria from the exam board. So for example, if you was doing a vocational qualification, it may be P1, P2, P3, etc. So as you can see on this screenshot here, you may have a unit made up of tasks. You may have a unit made up of an assessment that is linked to one task. Most commonly, you will see a unit with multiple assessments, and then those multiple assessments help build up the tasks, or finally, you may just have a unit with multiple assessments in. So on the brown screen where you can maintain your course structure and assessments and units, etc., you need to click on Course Structure and then Maintain Tasks. So once you've clicked Maintain Task, you'll just need to select the unit you wish to add tasks to. As you can see on this example, I already have some tasks created. If you wish to create just a single task, click the Add New button and then simply fill in the task code and task title. However, most of the time you'll be creating multiple tasks, so the quickest way is to automatically populate tasks. To do this, you'll need to click in the Automatically Populate Task box and first choose a task code prefix. The task code prefix is the number or letter you want to sign in at the beginning of your task code. In this example, I have put 2. This is because I already have the task code 1.1 to 1.9. And on this example, I want my task codes to go from 2 to 2.9. You then need to place the range. So this is how many tasks will essentially be created. So for example, if you go from 1 to 10, it will go 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, etc. You need to click Populate Task, and as you'll see, the tasks have automatically been generated. You can also edit the tasks by clicking on any of the tasks and the pencil icon and then changing either the task code or task title. Most often it would be the task title, as you may want to add a little bit of an explanation on what that task is. Once you have done this, just click save and the task will be updated. Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at Markbook and task allocation, which is the final step in setting up your course structure and your Markbook. Now it's worth pointing out that ProSolution, Promonitor, they refer to tasks as what we would call the criteria within a unit, for example P1 or P2 or M1, M2. And what we are doing here is we're going to be allocating P1, P2, P3 to certain assessments. So what that basically means is you may have an assessment 1 that covers multiple criteria, and what you'll be doing is you will be linking those criteria to those assessments. So in the brown details page, what allows you to modify your course structure, you will need to click on the course structure button, click task allocation, and be presented with this screen where you can start allocating your tasks. So first choose your unit. Once you have selected the unit you wish to allocate tasks to, simply choose the assessment and then what tasks relate to that assessment. And remember that tasks are actually unit criteria. So here I'm just doing an example. So assessment 1 I'm going to click about halfway, and then assessment 2 I'm going to click the other tasks. Again, remember that the tasks are actually unit criteria. Once you've done this, click save, and then you'll repeat the process for all of your units and all of the task assignments. Hi, so in this video we're going to look at Markbook and the assessment schedule. So before completing this video, you must already have a course structure in place and your assessments added to each individual unit. So on your student details page, you'll need to click Markbook and then assessment schedule. So on this page you will see all of your assessments for all units, and you will simply add in the date that you set the assessment, the date you want the assessment to expire, and the teacher assigned to that individual assessment. Hi, so in this video we're going to be looking at Markbook allocation. So what this means is now our Markbook is fully complete, we have our assessments, we have our units, we have our structure, and we have our tasks mapped to our assessments. We now need to apply our units to our students, because it might mean that all students do all of the units, but it could happen that some students only do certain units, etc. It is also important to note that we need to assign all of the units for the 2 years if it is a 2-year course. So on our purple screen and our details page, we're going to click Markbook and then Markbook structure. And in here, you'll now see your unit codes, your unit titles, and if you expand these, you will also see the assessments underneath each unit. If you wish to allocate all of the units to all of your students, ensure that you are on the whole group, click allocate all and click next. You can also allocate individual units to individual students. So select your student in the top box and then just click and tick each unit that you wish to allocate to individual students and click save. You can also do this via unit, so you can choose a unit and decide which students you want selected on that individual unit. Again, once you've done this, click save. This is really useful as it gives you the flexibility for your different groups with different students. Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at the Markbook and how we set targets for our students. Now it is important that the course structure and the units and assessments are already created before doing this video. So to do this, on the student details page, click Markbook and then target setting. And in here, you will enter the target grades for your student. Remember, it is important to look at the student's EILP and data from school when setting these targets to ensure that they are aspirational. Hi, so in this video, we're going to look at Markbook and how to enter student grades once they have completed an assessment or task. So in this video we're going to look at how to enter grades for individual students, but you can also do this at a group level as well, and the process is pretty much exactly the same. But for the purpose of this video we are just going to look at how to enter grades for individual students. From the student details page, click Markbook and then by student. Again, if you was going to do this by group, you would choose the by group option. So once we're in the by student, you can see you can select the individual student using the drop down. You can select tasks. You can then select certain tasks you want to add the grade in by clicking the tick box. You can also click tick all, and then you simply enter the task grade underneath task name. Also enter assessment grades by clicking the assessment tab and entering the mark or grade, and also entering the date submitted and the date marked. It is worth pointing out to make sure you click the completed tick box if the assessment or task is complete. Finally, you can also mark the entire unit, so if you click units, you can then enter in here the grades, whether or not they've completed it, the target date, etc.